Your sister love put you in new clothes. And pick one of her sneakers. Put the right top on. Oh, actually, that do go together. Smart. Oh, let me find out. Let me find out, Nyla. That she can keep that shirt on. That goes actually better. Just put anything on her sneakers on her feet or shoes. You can get one that's hanging up or whatever. Look on the Nyla. Oh, I'm calling you Nyla. But it's all for the best. Right here. Look. Hanging on the closet door. See those shoes? Pick one of those. Then. Y'all gonna go get your pizza. You cannot do that. The oven is not working. You're going to go get pizza. Girl. Hey, Shara King. Give me 1 second. You're going to go get the pizza. Give me my phone. That's not the tablet. That's my phone. Give me. Yeah. Look, your sister got your sandals. Go sit down. You want to go get pizza? That pizza is not going to work for you right now. The oven's not working. So we're going to go buy you a pizza, okay? Do you want a topping? Because you can always put topping on your half. Huh? Okay. And get your juice. Okay, let me get the money. Hold on a second. 1 second, guys. Hold on. I'll be right with you guys. Yeah, I'm making sure my princess get what they want. They want some pizza. They want some pizza. And shout out to Miss Regina Show. Hey, babe. Thank you, boo. Hey, under new management. Y'all see how they had all these people running up there and ain't solving shit? See, Miss T Velocity, right? She did a live the other day saying how Nyla, the people were saying hello. Don't just say hello to Nyla. My other daughter's here. Say hi, not say hi, uppity girls. I don't want her feeling left out. Just because she doesn't, be associating with y'all, don't mean I can't say hi to her too. Oh, where did I put my money? Hold on a second. 1 second. Let me give them the money to go get their pizza pie. I just want to make sure because my older daughter, she be liking some strange stuff. This is the one I was telling y'all that I started eating octopus. I can do the octopus. Nyla, stop it. It's not. You think you could do it yourself? You need help with that shoe, Nyla. She want to do it herself. The longer you take, the more longer your pizza is. She don't like the stuff in between her toes, and that's not the shoe that goes in between your toes. I'm gonna donate those shoes. Y'all remember the shoes I showed y'all that I bought her for the Poconos? Yeah, it goes between her toes, so she don't like it. Oh, I know where it's at now. My bad. I know where my money's at. My bad. I got other money, but I didn't want to break the bill. Hold on. Oh, matter of fact, I know they raised the price, so let me just give you this much in case. Go with your sister. Take the key with you. Take the keys for the front door. Take the keys. I got the front door. See you later, stinky butt. Don't be throwing stuff at mommy. Hey, everybody. Have L Bill under new management. Diamond. Yeah, we about to get into some things, you guys. Give me a second. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go over by Nala School for that place. Right. I'm going to show you. Hold on a second, guys. Nyla, what are you doing? What? No. What you want, Nyla? Hey, Black Pearl. What you want, Nyla? Do you want the pizza? You want the pizza? Wow. You on the ground. I know that. My baby's so smart. Like Nyla's no ground. Nyla was leaning on the ground, so she's telling me she's on the ground. She's identifying things much better. Shout out to her teachers and me. Right, Nyla? Hold your sister's hand and be nice. Don't give her a hard time. Look at Nyla trying to close it out. I didn't want to go with y'all anyway. Nyla trying to hurry up and close the door so I don't go. I didn't want to go. Hey, Tracy Boo. Hey, Runny. Nala said ground. Yeah. Nala was when I was on YouTube camera platform just now, like I told y'all, my stove is not working. So in the house, and you know your kids because you raised them, you buy certain foods that they like. And buying outside food every day is not healthy. And sometimes it's quick to buy quick food. The only quick food Nala really eats, Nala has never had a microwave dinner in her life, but she loves the Elio's pizza. That's that's the one pizza she will eat. She doesn't eat every frozen pizza, but Elio's pizza, whenever I can catch it on sale, that's why I wanted to get my freezer today, my deep freezer today, because one of my supermarkets every other month they got the big box on sale. So Nala was complaining because she wanted the Elio's frozen pizza, but the issue is that my stove is not working, and the only way to heat it up is in the oven. I tried to heat it up in the slow cooker, but she wouldn't eat it, so she doesn't like it in the slow cooker. You can do it, but she doesn't like it. So she wanted pizza. So while I was on mute ignoring that Toya bitch, I was telling my daughter to go to the store and take her sister so they can get them a pizza. And I was asking my daughter if she wanted any toppings, she could put it on her half. Because now I was going to eat at least 2 or 3 pieces, and my daughter is too. Because actually, my daughter hasn't eaten breakfast yet, so I know she's going to want more than one slice. So I said, just get a personal pie because I personally don't want no pizza because I'm sick of it. Nala eats pizza. Sometimes when she get off the bus and I don't feel like cooking, I'll stop by the pizza restaurant and get her a slice. But anyway, so now that we understand why Nala was mad, we can get past that. So let me say, YouTube camera was asking me questions. I answered the questions very clearly. Hey, just read my book, Sugar Plum, L Blue, Black Pearl, and any. I don't know. I know I said, hey, what's up to Shy Rakeem? Hold on. You got to be watching these subscribers. When Miss T Velocity went live, right? When the Kimmy situation happened, I believe it was the Kimmy situation because, as you guys know, I'm a self. How you say that? I'm very obsessed with myself. I'm very into myself. I often block out things that don't concern me. The only way you can get me to focus on you and not myself is if you got some juicy shit going on. Because you know why? I'm nosy as fuck. I'm nosy. I never hid that fact from anybody. I'm very, very nosy. Very nosy. And one of the things I love about the B sector, we get some good tea from people that are involved in the tea. So when I came to YouTube's camera chat, because like I told you guys, this morning I was supposed to go get my deep freezer. I texted the guy like 6:30 in the morning. Like I said, it's just more perfect because how can I say this with YouTube? YouTube passing YouTube guidelines. Let me say it like this. When my daughter comes to stay the night here, I prefer that Nala dad go to his family has several houses. I already told you guys this, right? I prefer, and the majority, not all of the houses, but the majority of the houses, they have like a 1 bedroom apartment, either like in the garage or sometimes like it's certain things in New York City to qualify for you to even self-absorbed. Thank you, just me my book. I'm very self-absorbed. I am. I admit that. Some people see like sometimes it can be a flaw, but to me, most times it's not. That's why I didn't change it. But anyway, when I met my daughter's father, like I said, he didn't come here. Like there's different ways to get into this country when you're from the diaspora. His family worked their way here. So my daughter's father is the baby of the family of 10 kids. I'm the oldest of 10 kids. He's the baby of 10 kids. Majority of his sisters have career in nursing. Majority of his sisters. So basically, the oldest sister came down here. She worked her way and sponsored a family member, so on and so forth. That type of thing, right? So he, because he is the baby of the family, his family, sometimes, I'm not going to get too much into that, but anyway, his family, even though he is a baby in the sense of the baby of the family, but he's not a baby. He's older than me. I'm 44. He's 46. So initially, whenever I would be around his house, they sons and brothers. I get it. I'm the same way about mine. But at the same token, I know how men act and move. Hey, so fly, what's up, babes? So when we got together, I initially when he would come over to my apartment, my older kids was younger, right? But like once my older kids got to be, I say, my son was about 16 and my daughter was 14. Yeah, that's it. Like I told you guys earlier, in New York City, it depends on your zip code. They will literally lock you up if they find out your child is going to a school and that's not their zone. It's a zone school, but it's also they make zone schools by the zip codes. That's why certain areas in New York City are just straight trash, and so is the school system. And other areas there are very nice. You can go to New York City and find all type of areas. So my daughter at this particular time, like I told y'all, when my daughter was going to junior high school and high school, she was back and forth between basketball and track. Plus, with her curriculum activities, like I told you guys, my daughter wants to be a lawyer. So it was too much to get things going for college, like certain things you have to do, and you want to put yourself on the right foot when you're going to college. It was too much for her to do both. So when she got to go to high school, this was not court ordered. It was just agreed when she started high school because she already made the decision to go track all the way instead of just um, di- um, dividing her time between track and basketball. My daughter decided to play track. I mean, not play, run track instead of do basketball. So she stopped basketball, and when she went to high school, she was only focused on track. Um, the area that her stepmother lived in, that she had a house in, was a better how you say school for that. So my daughter, once she started high school, she lived with her dad during the school years, like and then she would come to me non-school days. That was like an agreement we made, even though sometimes he would mess it up, which is how he wanted going back and forth to court. So anyway, after that whole fiasco when she was younger, so my daughter was with her dad for that. I was over on YouTube cameras. This bitch Dragon is upset because I said the truth. Everybody seen Lemon came over here kissing my ass. So there's no bad mother here. I didn't lose any children. I do what's best for my children, and I don't procreate with bums. Hold on, hold on. Here go Nala Dad. Hold on a second. What you said? You all I know. So anyway, yeah. Like I said, he's calling to check to see if I'm back home because I was supposed to get my deep freezer, but we went. I'm not going because when I go to Harlem, I never come right back. But I was because I had a ride and the person wasn't going to stay around for me. But yeah, she's right. It's a better school district. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, nobody ever lost any kids over here. I let my daughter go to a better school district for what she wanted to pursue. This is why she's in college. She got partial scholarship based on her time in track, and she actually goes to a Division 1 track. That's the reason why she didn't do it. She got a partial scholarship, but it didn't require her to actually have to run track. If that makes sense. Well, people and kids in college, they know what I mean. So anyway, Nobody lost kids. I let my daughter do the best thing for her future. That's what moms do. So anyway, I was on Miss T Velocity panel. That's what I was saying. Yeah, Miss T. I think it was Miss T Velocity. I believe it was. So this is when the Kimmy thing was happening. So you had Ronnie Q up there trying to tell Miss T this happened and that happened. Like she wanted Miss T to come out and be defensive over Kimmy. And Miss T said that she doesn't really have a dog in the fight, basically. And she's not on nobody's side. She's just gonna go based on information, da 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 da. She said because she doesn't like how a lot of people be on here and they be way too old, jumping in people's business. So Toya was one of the main people in the comments saying, "Oh, I never do that," and we know that's all she does. All this old bitch do, and mind you, the people that she's kissing ass for, and I know because I was on the panel, then I went to the chat. Uh, and this is nothing against Miss Nubiology because Poverty was dragging Toya because she said that Toya said things about black men. See, me, I'm not one of those women that's going to drag you because you said things about black men because I don't know your experience. And that's something I learned early on when I first finally got on the internet when I became a mom. I think I was around 26. So this had to be 2006 when I initially joined Facebook. And I used to be one of those people that be like, oh, don't talk about black men like this and this and that, not knowing I'm coming across as a mammy because everybody experiences it's not mine. So with that being said, that's why I don't particularly do that to anybody, regardless of what they choose for their life. So I wasn't one of those people that was talking about her having a white man. I don't give a fuck what nobody do with their vagina. It's not my business. I don't care. So she was on Poverty's platform and she was saying things like, I guess she was trying to be down, I guess, all of a sudden. So Poverty said, oh, now you want to talk about black men in the good life? You usually say this, you usually say that. And then Nubiology, and you know, Poverty's a liar. So I don't take her words to mean anything to me. But when Nubiology got on the platform and she read her for Phil. So after that, Toya was on Poverty's platform crying, sobbing, crying, talking about how she has threesomes and she just found a white man that loves her and that's the only reason, but she loved black men. Like she was going through it. I'm like, this is weird. Like if you marry, and she said keyword marry. I don't know a real marriage that has threesomes. To me, marriage bed's supposed to be sanctity, you know. People that allow, I don't think a man respects you just because a lot of men marry women for different reasons. That's why a lot of these women are getting put on spousal support. A man that really loves you, he's going to want to protect you, and protections come in so many ways. It's not just financially. They want to protect your mind, they want to protect your peace, and they want to defend you against anybody that can disrupt that. So just because you marry doesn't mean you're not a slut. A man to me doesn't respect you if he has another woman in your bed, because it's every time I see these type of situations, the man always go out because he doesn't respect you. Me personally, and I know men don't, because I said this in the manosphere. That's how I got popular, and we had several. I've been on several debates on O'Shea channel about this shit. I personally don't believe no man is faithful. I just believe it's like if they put it in your face or not. And that's where the respect level comes. Some men don't respect you, so they'll even outright ask you to bring the woman in your bed. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, like my man told me don't swear for nobody. He loved to tell me don't swear for nobody, but he loved to swear he not cheating. I don't trust these niggas because most men, they don't want you to have male friends because, and they say because if you have male friends, no man want to be your friend unless there's some ulterior motive, and is usually sexually motivated. But these same men are turn those same men that say that, they'll turn right around and say they got female friends. So what the fuck that mean? You know, it's weird. But yeah, I was up there crying. crying, letting these little Nubiology really humbled her. But it started with pizza. But like I said, I don't believe nothing she said. But Nubiology says she be talking down on black people. Now we also I done nothing to her. She just want me to be a nicer person. She did it like we all seen her do that. Come on a link crying to me, saying how much she really liked me, but she doesn't like the fact that I won't be nice. Be nice how? Be nice how? You want me to change my personality to better suit you? I don't give a fuck about you hoes. How many times do I have to say that shit? I only care about my supporters. That's why I am the way I am, because it cuts off the fat. It cuts off the fat. Saying computer back Bree can't do in real life or online. See, you bitches all have the fake outrage. You bitches are trying to excuse the fact. And Toya was in the chat saying that I came for ODS daughters first. First of all, his daughters are not real. And secondly, that's not true. It's not true. She was in the chat saying so much unforced thing. She was just as reckless as that dumbass Angela White, another person that want me to be nice to her. Bitch, bye. I don't have to be like you are not the type of women that I feel the need to socialize. I have nothing. I don't like the pedo like what's that guy name? It is I don't like that guy polite. But one thing I will give him, he was educated. And one thing he did say that I took notice to. He said if you can't be you can't be useful, you're useless. Not everybody is and to me that's not a bad thing. Not everybody's you should be having people in your life that you can help and they can help you. Like me, for instance, I like to shop. I like to shop. I'm getting better at it. I'm bad at saving money. I know that. So usually the men I deal with, they are good savers. And I'm already under the belief that a man's job is to protect and provide. And I already told you guys that I've had that. And then in my older daughter case, her dad couldn't do it, so he found the woman that could. And my daughter didn't feel comfortable because you can't buy love. And plenty of you ugly bitches, broken hoes should know that. Y'all can't find a man to buy you love yet. So a lot of she talking about she's married. Yeah, you married having threesomes, hoe. I'm in a committed relationship. He wouldn't dare fix his mouth to ask me, can another woman come into bed with us? I'm not saying that guys aren't into threesomes. I'm just saying that usually when they pick the right one, whether it be for marriage or commitment, they're not going to disrespect her like that. Like we got enough battles in this world without our husband or a man thinking that we're not enough. So yeah, and you was like me. I didn't say nothing about her married a white man. Yeah, brother polite. Yeah, he said if you can't be useful, you're useless, and that is a great analogy. The only problem with that analogy is if you're being used and you're not getting nothing out of it, and that's never the case with me. I always deal with people that can empower my mind or anything like that. See, I don't come on here for monetary reasons. I don't come on here like people like Nyla, and they don't have to worry about me using Nyla as a tool to try to get in your pockets. People get to Nyla freely and cheerfully, and I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is anybody using my daughter for cash apps or trying to pretend I need sympathy for something. What I need sympathy for? Y'all don't never see me coming on here begging y'all for shit. It's clear. Y'all never see me online all day. The bitches that was on the panel, they already came and said what like it was like, what's so hard to understand? Like you already admitted it. And she literally came to the Toya came to the panel talking about something. I said her name. Hold on. Pizza. That was quick. Wasn't a lot of customers. Pizza, pizza. Yeah, you welcome, babes. Now to myself, thank you. I know what she wanted. Exactly. And see, I'm not personally into white men at all. I don't even date American black men. I don't. I haven't dated them since my early 20s. But I don't care who black women choose to date. I always say go where you're celebrated. But they're the ones that did that. And the reason why they said they did it because of how she speak on black men. So they got constantly got her up there. But yet the same people that dragged the fuck out of her, she's in the chat and we already know we've been on a panel where Toya came up there and took my son, Uppity, I like you, but I just want you to do this. Bitch, you can't get me to do shit. Just like whatever that like there's a lot of old lonely bitches. And instead of them correcting their behavior for whatever reason, they have to come online, trying to grab onto and need they need how you say recognition from some bum bitches because computer back in poverty are some bum bitches. Huh? Oh, give her potty. Her potty. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I'm about to show you. Yeah, so we're not gonna lie about these things. So she was in the chat talking cash money shit. After she just said in Miss T Velocity chat, she don't get in people battle. She don't bother nobody. She minds her business. Yet she was in the chat lying. Everybody know ODS attacked my daughter first. Everybody knows this, and they're in the chat lying because of what's being put out there, and because of what I said because it's true. I didn't start it. This did not start over autism. This started because I don't allow these niggas. Why you think my panels can never be that popular? Everybody know how my panels was, and y'all see how they try to quickly flag my page. I didn't let people come over here disrespecting black women. The all those rules they got for the gay people, I got those same rules on my channel, but it's catered to who? Black women. But these bitches that say they pro black women, what do they do about it? They don't show it in their actions or not on their panels either. The only time they pretend to be concerned is when they want something out of the people they got on their panel. Because they can't stand on their word or their business. And I think that's so tragic that these old assholes and these people need and I think it has to do a lot with there are some women out here that are married that got good providers. There are some women on here are married that they providing for their husband. That's the only way they can keep the marriage up. There are plenty of women on here got the same thing whether in a committed relationship or not. It's the same thing. You could tell the difference about the lies and they'll say anything. And they don't like the fact that they want to think they better than me, but they can't find proof of it. They can't find proof of it. And you damn sure can't speak on my children at all on nobody's fucking panel. And no, I'm not going to be quiet for that. Because YouTube camera saw her in the chat talking my name the whole time she was Toya Ashrack, the weird bitch that has got on panels crying because I won't be nice. And I said, what are you talking about? What did I do to you? No, I'm talking about bitch, who cares? Worry about the people who had you crying because you married a white man. Are you crying because they had you crying or did you make a bad decision? So I don't understand the proof. Ain't no bitch gonna brag to me about marriage when a man disrespect you and have another woman in the bed. Ain't no bitch gonna brag to me about marriage when they coming on this YouTube street needing help with food, supplies, and tires. Ain't no ugly fat bitch gonna come online pretending that I have a jealousy issue, I have a weight problem, and I'm depressed and poverty. That's what the fuck you are. Because you need specialized clothes, specialized bed, specialized showers. You need a whole lot of specialized shit just because you eat too fucking much, ho. The easiest thing in the world to do is control your motherfucking self. You can't judge people for how they when you have kids, you barren bitches, which I think Toya and Brianna is, and poverty, if you let me talk about it. If you really have kids, you can see you cannot control. You only can guide and correct them. And that's what I do to the fullest. My children are reflections of me. And I stay that way. That's why I said why BS in court. And one thing I would do want to say, because we had a conversation about this not recently, but like the last time we had like a family call. My son told me when I asked him, because I did try to pursue the thing without the VS thing without him at first, but it was don't get it twisted. I still can't, but I have to respect his wishes as a young man. He told me, "Ma, you inspire me." And no, because I was like, I raised you. I would say something about raising him. He was like, "No, mom, you didn't raise me." I was like, "What?" I was about to flip the fuck out on him. And he was like, "No, mom, you didn't raise me. You inspired me to be a better person. I'm not worried about that. You have to let things go sometimes. I don't care what she's talking about." That's what he told me. And that's why I eventually was able to get cordial with VS in the chat. That and the fact that I didn't want that computer bag bitch to think she could go on any panel that I wouldn't show up on. No, bitch. I'm gonna go right up on this panel because at the end of the day, VS is about her bottom motherfucking line, ho. And you're a boring, uninteresting bitch. So yeah, I went over there because you thought you was gonna make up with VS. Let me make up with VS too, bitch. Because anytime you think you gonna go on any fucking panel talking shit or making narratives, I'm gonna be right there with you, ho. That's how it's gonna go. The fuck? But yeah, my son doesn't want to pursue this because that's how I raised my kids to be. Shit that don't bother them, and that's how y'all see I am, which is why they go out their way to involve my daughter and get mad about it. So thankfully, the OG subbies and the real beef sector content creators, not no 2.0 weak ass bitches, not no bitches that go from chat to chat because VS done got her old hurdle dispersed about these streets. None of you bitches. I'm talking about people that really stand up, the people that matter, ho. That's why you got all that pushback, bitch. And I'm still gonna give corrections. So, like I said, they're lying. King Romanus will tell you himself. He said, uppity, if you got, I'll give you a cash if you can say that. And I said, okay, I was mistaken. Like I said, I can't remember every conversation. So she did call me to the panel. Lemon was on the panel and so was King Romanus. And YouTube cameras admitted it. I forgot the exact reason because it's not that important to me. That's why I say things in the moment. I say it in the moment because I get it off my chest and I'm over it. I'm not holding nothing. Hey, Muffy Boo, I'm not holding nothing in. So if you do something to me, I clear it up right there. I've always been that way. That's why people love to say I'm flip-flopping. No, I'm not. I say what I want in the moment. And I'm over it. I don't harbor feelings unless you sit there and try to say you was gonna grape my son, you was gonna have sex with my baby daddies like ODS, you wish death on my daughter, or because I wouldn't allow you to call women bitches. That's how this all started. You wanted to call Kiva a bitch. Her dad answered to you. You was a punk ass nigga. You was scared of the panel. Brianna, because she gave you the subscriber account, she made you come to the fucking panel. I believe the live is still up. Oh, I private it, but I could unprivate it because he kept threatening to flag my page because Kiva Daddy wore him the fuck out. Then he started playing victim. You let him call me a faggot. So what? You call his daughter a bitch. You lucky that wasn't my dad. He'd have said that and much more, bitch. He'd have been calling you a faggot while he pounding your face in your city. My dad would have been calling you a faggot while he pounded your face in. Had you to disrespected me or my children. That's how my dad give it up. So I totally understood Kiva's position. Everybody remember that live? It was so many people in the chat. I almost hit 1K that day. And he got mad and said he was going to flag my page. And everybody said, you can't flag her page for that. And guess what happened? Directly after that, that's when I got P-bombed. That's when I got P-bombed. And they was mad because YouTube didn't take my page like they did Poverty's. And they trying to say it wasn't him. It was him. So this all started out because of that. And so when I dragged him for that, that's when he started coming at Nyla. And he admitted, he's like, well, I don't roast and gag. Well, bitch, why the fuck you here? Get the fuck on. Go back to the mukbang saying, oh, wait, they don't watch you either because you're boring and nasty, fat, and ugly. Okay, you're not interested. In the mukbang sector, I watch some mukbangs sometimes. Well, mostly the mukbangs that cook and eat their own food. Those are the ones I watch. Because I like learning recipes. But Yeah, the mukbang don't watch you. They don't. So like I said, all you ass kisses is not going to work. And I don't understand why YouTube Cameron kept trying to make excuses of people that was no excuse. The only people that kept changing the story was um Brianna, Poverty in your chat, and so was a subby. So once I started making it make sense, that's when Angela kept screaming. Like it took her so long to make Angela get down. But the minute people want to come at me and like Angela and she come back trying to talk about my daughter doesn't know you heifer, you weird fat thinking bitch. You came over in this sector crying about bin zones, ho. Remember that? Remember that. You're not from the B sector. You came over here on that badass phone with your old ass and some lesbian triangle. And you said a lot of things on that panel. And you mad because I called it out. You old lonely bitch. Just like Toya bragging about a marriage where a man got the boldness. What kind of marriage you got? A nigga feel comfortable asking have a woman in your bed. That's weird to me. I don't respect no marriage like that. I don't respect no marriage like that. I'm sorry. So, and then people in the chat talking about, oh, I can't get married. How? How? Just because Demon Soul deleted her live doesn't mean it changed anything. The reason why they stopped talking about marriage to me is because Nala's dad came on the live and said he asked me to get married. He asked me several times. I said no. Everybody's not into marriage. I'm into guys that can provide for me. But because of my trauma, which is actually true, because I really be liking these guys, like I told you, excuse me, I like guys that are assholes. I do. I do. I like guys like that. You know, if I feel like when you're in a relationship, I don't date for society purposes. I only date for my own. I don't care nothing about what society thinks because society is fickle. But yeah, any man I've been with, any man I had, if marriage was important to me, I wouldn't have had kids before marriage. Most of these bitches bragging about marriage had their kids after the fact. Some of them had to get pregnant to get the man to feel guilty to marry him. Some women didn't, it just depends. Not every woman is into marriage though. But I have nothing against it. I feel like you should go what's best for you. I think of marriage in more of a business aspect than anything else. I'm not gonna marry anybody where it's gonna cost me financially. If a man that's worth a certain amount, like I don't date no broke niggas, but have I dated a man? Well, yeah, I have dated men in the past that had money that I would marry, but but they never asked me. We were just dating. But as far as the men that did and I have kids with, they don't make enough money for me to marry them. I'm sorry. I've never chased a man in my life. I've always had problem getting rid of them. When you're married, you know how hard it is to gonna get away from somebody. And the type of guys I tend to attract, I think they just be assholes, but they really turn out to be narcissistic, and they will do anything in their fucking power to hold on to me when I don't want to be there. And it's been hard for me to get rid of a lot of my exes, and there was no marriage involved. But as far as people in the chat saying that, no, why you think Poverty stopped bragging about marriage to me or saying I can't get married? Because my man came on here and said straight up, he has asked me several times. I said no. Okay, because once again, I don't. You got to pay me for my pain. You got to pay me for my pain. If I marry you, that means I trust you so much. And if you let that trust down, you got to pay me for my pain. I'm sorry. You got to do it. So no, that's why I ain't get married, because when I get married, I mean that shit. I'm not getting married again, and we in it for life. I just haven't found anybody like that. Oh, Rodney's in here. I didn't see him. Hey, Rodney. I think I got him blocked though. But hi, Rodney. Y'all know I'm quick with the block button. See, I'm on here because I can't go out and cruise the streets, and I'm okay with that because I have fun. When I was younger, when I started out life, I told you I was all up and down these YouTube streets, not YouTube street. I'm sorry, all up and down these New York City streets, and sometimes I would travel up to Rochester to visit. At that time, my cousin, we was really cool back then. So when that was our thing. Like every New Year's, I used to try to go up there and show my cousin. But yeah, I'm not married by choice. I'm not monetized by choice. I live the life the way I want to. So I don't have to be you old dumbass bitches following behind Ivis's lie. So Toya, next time people are having adult chats about how bitches should be minding their business and not caping for people on YouTube that they don't know, maybe you should stay out the conversation because that's exactly what you did, you weird asshole. That's exactly what you weird ass bitches did. And I didn't lie about nothing. No matter how much you switch it around, like LeBron acting like I told her. I never told King Roman News. She told me to drag him. She wanted him to drag me. That was the whole point of the discussion. She likes when men drag women, but she cries if other men do it to her. It's called hypocrisy. And everybody see it. ODS dragged my daughter because I wouldn't allow him. I allowed Kiva father to drag him for calling his daughter a B word. That's how most men do. If ODS ever to lose weight or become a man, whichever one come first, maybe if he lose weight, he can get a man and teach him how to be one. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say lose weight or become a man, whichever one you want to do, because obviously nobody's attracted to him. Who else would basically rape somebody? I'm sorry, not rape. Excuse me, YouTube. He raped somebody, which is Rico Reports. He raped that boy, and Rico Reports say he did. So we already know the liars, and we all know why people are trying to spin shit. So what ain't gonna happen is people gonna come on the panel like, cause like, no bitch, I'm gonna mention your name if you gonna keep lying on me, and I'm gonna mention your name because next time Miss T Velocity or any other women in your age group, when you want to try to fit in over there, I'm gonna bring up the point because it happened. It happened. You was in the chat lying about things that everybody know is a lie. No, that didn't happen. That girl from the R. Kelly sector, she probably mad because I blocked that hoe for trying to ask his, and she knows she can't be unblocked. This is like the second time I had to block that girl, and now she's not getting unblocked because I don't know how to unblock people, and you bitches are not gonna keep getting on my nerves, and then I gotta bother you to unblock y'all. No, anybody being blocked for kissing ass, you're gonna stay blocked. Don't even bother asking. Yeah, a lot of people are jealous of that. So don't be mad at me for things that didn't happen. I don't sit here and use Nala autism. Other people try to drag my daughter because of autism, and other people claim to be advocates or speak up for autism, but yet they sit in people's face who do. Hey, you two cameras. So no, nobody will be lying on me. Nobody will be pretending like, because see the thing, they try to create narratives, and because they have no receipts from things I do, there's no receipts for my actions. I don't be on here begging. I come on here to show me and my child. This is me and my kids are part of my life. My older kids don't want to be involved in this sector. Like I said, Nala wouldn't even been on here if it wasn't for the Black women sector. But that girl is up out of here. They canceled her IEP, not IEP, IP address. She got, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm doing certain things behind the scenes, but yeah, once I get certain information, somebody else, a couple of people on here, the IP address is going to be gone. It's not safe for nobody to attack Nyla. It's not safe, and people could lie and say that I did this and I did that, but they're going to have to show proof. And just because YouTube takes a video down, it doesn't mean it goes off their record. And what y'all fail to realize is YouTube a couple of years ago, they had to pay so much money. YouTube has never had to pay any money to the Rainbow Committee. You know what YouTube had to pay money for? People dragging children. People, and then Toya even had the nerve to lie and say that I put kids on my community wall. When y'all ever see me put any child on my community wall outside of Nyla? It never happened. Like, they're going to all these extremes with the lies. What she admitted was she's stalking my IG, and the picture is still up there. ODS faggot ass called my daughter cross-eyed. I put up pictures showing that him and the women in his family are cross-eyed, and these some big fat ass people. Every person in that picture is overgrown and fat. They look like a semi Brianna and her sisters and mothers. They all fat and nasty, floppy shape, and they're all cross-eyed. Like I said, these things be projection, and that picture is still on my IG. And I said the real cross-eyed bitches. There were no children. So it's sad when you got these weak bitches that are, hey, Miss Real Boo. It's sad when you got these weak bitches that are so mad about myself that they have to feel the need to compare a 5-year-old to an adult. I can say anything I want to all of you fucking adults. It's a lot of weak bitches in here that'll sit in your chat and laugh with you while you talk about autistic kids, knowing that they got their own autistic kids. And the things that you're saying apply to their kids. It doesn't apply to me and Nyla. Nyla's very verbal. I let y'all say what y'all want to because I don't give a fuck. I don't feel the need to prove anything or anything. The only thing they could talk about is things I talked about. They don't give you any information. Only thing they could do is go watch my live and try to remix what I said. But at the end of the day, my lives are still up. Just like when I talk about that baby dirty skin, you know how far back he had to reach into my lies. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was a lie. I don't think back then YouTube even had lies. I think it was a video that I made showing people if they deal with cradle caps because Nala was the first baby I had to have cradle crabs. Any mother with kids, that's how you can tell he's not a real dad. He thought cradle crabs was a big thing. No, bitch, it's not. And most people deal with it for a long time. So what I said was, if you have a baby that's dealing with it, because it was my first time. So when it's my first time, I don't automatically see my son, even though he's autistic, he's never been on any medication. It's never even been suggested because the doctors know. I don't get why I will trust the doctor and lawyer's word over anybody else's and I'm not saying anybody else's. Why I would trust their recommendation off my own over my own when it comes to my children is because I know that that's a field that you need study in. Cradle cap, that's what it's called. My bad. Yeah, cradle cap. Yeah, I don't want them saying all I had crab, child. But the doctors cannot give my babies just any medicine. No. I'm one of those parents. Can I see the side effects? Can I see this? Before you give my child anything, can I see this? Can I see that? But anyway, what I learned with cradle, this is the word I'm trying to say, you guys. Sometimes my tongue get tired. Cradle cap. What I learned was if you what I used to do with Nyla, because she's the only child of mine that experienced this, and I did some research. So you take an aloe vera plant and you rub it all over the baby head, like that slime that's in the aloe vera plant. You rub that slime all over your baby hair, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And you really concentrate on the section that, because sometimes it just be in certain sections. What I did that for no longer, I swear to God, after 2 weeks of me doing that, and all you got to do is just comb. Once you do the slime, you comb the cradle cap out the baby hair. You comb it out. And it also depends on how much hair your baby got. So Nala always had that Indian hair. That's my natural hair. All my kids got it, my sons and my daughters. So her hair always been kind of fine. And this is before it got really thick. So I combed it out, and after 2 weeks, Nala had nothing, and it never came back. And the doctors was amazed. They was amazed. I say, yeah, you'd be amazed how much natural remedies work. It's natural remedies. Nala had cradle cap for 2 weeks, and it never came back again. All I used was the aloe vera plant. You can get that for $2, less than $2. Maybe if they're organic, it's $3. I don't know. She said a lot of parents use baby oil, not knowing that Atlanta makes. Exactly. So, hey, Top Notch. So exactly, YouTube camera. So I made a video showing parents that may not have this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know. I never dealt with it before. My older kids never had it. So I made a video. I think this is before, because like I said, Nala was born in 2018. She was born in December of 2018. So that's right before the New Year's. So this video may be back in 2019, before you can even go live. So there are videos on my other page, not this page. My backup page was actually my first page. So it's videos on my backup page that you can scroll all the way down and see me. I don't know if I had Nala in the video or not, or if I just did an explanation. I also for Nala dry skin. This is before I learned about the oatmeal, because I used to buy her the aloe vera, Aveeno oatmeal packets, and as you guys know, those things are very expensive. And Nala was born around COVID, so a lot of things like Aveeno packets, those rubbing alcohol, they was flying off the shelf. So to substitute it, because Nala had all my kids had eczema, but she was getting bad breakouts. So I used to do that like you know how you pre-poo your hair? I used to pre-poo her skin as a baby and just rub it on her until I realize. Now I do both sometimes. I'll make my own, which I showed y'all a video on how to do. Once I seen y'all bringing that dirty face baby around with all them dirt bumps on the skin, like I don't know about dirt bumps because my kids never had any dirt bumps. My kids always been clean, but I do know you can use that for many different things. But I know it helps with adults and everything. The only thing I didn't include was the essential oils. I didn't include the essential oil because with Nyla, I don't like to use perfume because I never know how her skin is going to react. I'll let her put perfume on her clothes because she see me do it, not perfume or oil, whatever the case may be. I'll let her put it on her clothes, not directly on her skin, because I don't know how her skin will react. Nyla breaks out very easy. Nyla is literally allergic to dirt and insects because I had her, because we couldn't figure out like why she kept breaking out with the eczema so bad. You know, because I am really good with her skincare. Like I said, I showed y'all videos. You can't really tell, but it's like certain parts of her body, it would break out really bad. So they gave Nala an allergy test to make sure she wasn't allergic to certain food, but they knew she wasn't because anytime my kids are born, I always start them out with one food. You know how when your kids first start eating, you gotta give them one food for a whole week. So they'll only be eating peas, then they'll only be eating carrots. And once you go through all the different foods, that's when you start mixing it up and making them their little mushroom. You know what I'm saying? So they already knew it probably wasn't a food allergy. More than likely, it wasn't that. But they did her allergy test, and they said that she's basically allergic to like environmental things, like dirt, roaches, stuff like that. So we had to be careful with things like that. But I'm always sharing knowledge that I find as I find it going on because I believe in holistic first. If you can cure it with nature, you try that first. If that doesn't work, then you try medicine because medicine can be good, but often the side effects leave you worse off than not. And being that kids' immune system haven't been built up yet, and you never really know what they're allergic to until it's too late sometimes. So that's my mind of thinking. So that's why I share these things because I didn't know about the aloe vera thing. I found that out from looking up, researching things. And it cured her. 2 weeks, now the whole cradle thing was gone. But only yes, when I bring up that the baby got dirt bumps, he want to bring up now the cradle crab, acting like somebody told her some information. Like he got the tea on me. You don't have any tea. You wouldn't lie and say that you did. All you had to do was share the video, but you couldn't do that because it was informative. And it didn't go along with the narrative you were trying to spin. If you really had kids, you would know what cradle cat was. I've heard of it. I just never experienced it. But that when you don't really have kids and you using kids for cash apps, of course you wouldn't know these things. Like ain't no way. If I bring Nala on here with big worms and dirt bumps, would she get ice cream money? Hell no. People gonna like go take that fucking baby and clean that skin. If I came on here saying, "Can y'all help me with my rent?" If I came on here and say, "Can y'all get Nala Dad some tires?" Or can y'all buy Nala Dad a Metro car so he can get to work so I can get my 1K a week? Would that work out well for me? No. Do I hate on that? No, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be in certain positions in life. I don't want to be known as somebody that got their hand out all the time. These bitches on YouTube cameras chat trying to attack me. I use organic oil from ST Pole Kaylee, sweet alkaline oil. I don't have a bump or hair bump on my. The black girl owner says, "Okay, thank you for." See, this is what I like about when you talk about things, you get knowledge. I'm gonna look into this for my older daughter. Let me screenshot it. Oh, hold on, let me go to my daughter. Because I want this information, especially when they black girl own. I always look around for black people who are into natural products and they make their own oils. I make my own oils too, but I only know certain things. Some people they really study down. Like I taught my cousin, my aunt that I told y'all is a 7-day adventure. I taught them about natural hair. My cousin, she's now in a my cousin who is now a corporate attorney, her her salary starts at 50K, bitch. They start paying her at 50K. But anyway, my cousin that's a corporate attorney, which is my aunt daughter, I told you a 7-day adventure. I know my aunt listened to this video proud. Yes, her daughter is a corporate attorney. But when I taught them about the natural hair oil, this is way before she even had finished college. But it just goes into your mindset and what your parents teach you. I show her, she wound up teaching me. She didn't, but she couldn't teach me because everybody hair texture is different, you know. So she got her mom's hair texture. So she went to studying all the goddamn oils, and I was already helping the hair grow. But once she started studying the oils that for their Pacific hair, child, my aunt hair was growing down her back because she studied the oils and she knew what was good for her and what wasn't. But let me hold on a second. Babe, write this oil down. Look what they said. Look. It's an organic oil. I'm gonna order it for you. Write this oil down. They said SDK Pallies sweet alkaline oil, and there's no bumps anywhere in their skin. They said, and it's made by a black person, so you know it's good for black skin. I'm gonna order it. Just write it down for me. I can't screenshot with this phone. Now I got my other one. Thank you. Send it to me. All right. Thank you so much for that, top notch. See, I like stuff like this. That's why I love just reading that part, sweet part. You already know. You know, in New York City, it's easy peasy. That's why I love just reading my book. She's very educated in these things as well. Hold on a second, guys. All my moms got saying. Sweet One can show you how to cook some Caribbean food. YouTube camera can show you how to do some hair. African food. Like, I like people that I can learn from because I'm not ashamed to ask for knowledge. I love knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You would never catch me ashamed to admit that I need help in areas. But you bitches ain't gonna lie in the areas that I don't. So I tend to attract women who like helping each other and who don't take nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I said it wrong. That's not my religion. I'm Pentecostal. Well, when I was religious, I was Pentecostal. You better tell them, Sweet One. New York City, second language and Shay. And you know, just read my book. She got her roots in New York City too. Don't get it twisted. Like I said, we the roast capital. You don't want to try us. And not only that, we will fight you if you want to fight. It ain't a problem. You want to get it, let's get it, boo. So like I said, some people are so scared to build up their channels, to build up. Well, even if they don't want a channel, I guess. She said, that's right, up to keep weak. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. See, I say the truth no matter who like it. And the only thing people are going to do is show me who the fuck they are. Yeah, YouTube camera always got some fire show. Me and YouTube camera stay going at it because YouTube camera want to be Oprah Winfrey, and I don't be in the mood sometimes. But you know, YouTube camera know I love her cute self. But I felt attacked. I really did. Maybe Jay Wilson spoiled me last night, saying, "Do I feel attacked?" I'm not used to that. So I was still in the same. I was like, I feel attacked. But when people come up there lying on me, no, it's a problem. Don't speak on behalf of my daughter. None of you bitches can. Get that through your fucking head. Get it through your head. I don't give a fuck about none of these weak bitches that need y'all to gaslight them and other people, because the real ones already, only people that matter to me are the ones who understand me. I'm not in the business of making you bitches understand me. When y'all get that through your head, y'all will be better off in life. But at the end of the day, you ain't gonna call me a liar when there's receipts. Like, they sitting up here saying I didn't, try to make an argument about $100. Who said I didn't get the $100? I ain't say that. They did. Lying. And they want me to explain they lies. What type of shit is that? You're not gonna, then she trying to have, that's what I was telling YouTube camera. I don't want to address nothing Poverty says, because all she's doing is making her own narratives and then want me to answer for shit I didn't say. I'm not going through that with you. I proved it on Juicy last night. Hey, Miss Dobie, happy Sunday. Oh, speaking of which, since I didn't go get my deep freezer, we are gonna have to go to the store because I gotta go get my daughter some seafood because she's not gonna like nothing in my freezer. I mean, I made some. I tried to make. She ain't want to try it yet. I I be trying to practice, like, child. I made mushroom and black bean burger. I made a mushroom and black bean spicy burger. I tried to make it. Let me show y'all. Hold on a second. Let me try to show y'all. But she don't seem interested in eating it. But I would never have her for dinner. I know she wants salmon. Salmon. Sorry, salmon. See, guys, I correct myself. I love my chat. See, I'm not one of those people that get mad when they try to, correct me and whatever. So, sweet one of them should be proud. Salmon. We're gonna have to go to the supermarket at some point and get some salmon. My oven is not working because I would have loved some jollof rice. I was looking at my shorts the other day. I'm like, damn, that jollof rice was good as fuck. But I don't have no oven. They ain't fixing it yet, and I don't got court till next month, child. So who knows how long I'll be without an oven? I'll probably gonna have to call 311 again. Yeah. My daughter, she's a pescatarian. Nala does not like seafood, but I got stuff in the freezer for Nyla. But I got to go to the supermarket today. Salmon, yes, salmon. They was irritated as hell with me for not saying that right. But that's what she wants. Or maybe we can convince her to do another fish. But what we are going to do today, because my daughter told me, you know what a wonderful feeling it is? Hey, Joy Truth. Because some people, kids are running out the windows. My daughter told me, that's why she don't really like me here, even though I'm online, but she's in the room doing her own little business. Nala can be taxing. I'm pretty sure she eating her pizza, but my daughter doesn't like when I'm on here because of the conversations we be having. Hey, DC Kool-Aid. Hey, DC. But like I try to explain to her, not everybody on this place is a bad person. I have learned so many information, and I think that's what always keep me coming back to the B sector. It's a diversity of people, and I feel like I have that energy that can match people who want to try me. I got the energy. Not a lot of people do. A lot of people fold. So I recognize because a lot of people eventually wind up folding for whatever reason, because they need people in their chat, because they need people on their panel, because they need people to share them. Because they need that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people fold because simply a lot of people just simply fold because they're weak bitches. And DC Kool-Aid, my great energies is with your father. Hi to you and your wife. Yeah, Nyla the princess. So yeah, y'all send some prayers and good energy to DC Dad. DC Dad is in the hospital. Y'all know how I feel about Dad. They are important. So y'all send her some goodwill wishes. Y'all go subscribe to her channel. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about maybe going out there and being a news person. So she might want some Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So y'all do what y'all can. Because DC Kool-Aid is actually a great person. And I feel like the B sector needs certain people here. Y'all need people like me who ain't going to fold or bend. And who gonna always tell the truth as I see it. I'm gonna talk my truth. Y'all need people like DC who's gonna be nice and mutual to everybody. Y'all need people like YouTube cameras, our own. Whenever she's doing B sector, she's our own little Oprah Winfrey. Not Wendy, because she's not messy enough to be Wendy. She'll be messy if you fuck with her. But if she ain't got nothing to do with it, she tries to be Oprah, and sometimes that aggravates the fuck out of me. Muffy is a Pisces, so you can never have enough Pisces. We are fluid in sarcasm. I don't know if I showed y'all that when it was Pisces season, it's another content creator. I don't know if she's in this sector, but I think she's aware of it. Maybe she's from the Black women sector. I don't know. But when it was Pisces season, she did a meme. She was like, this lady, and she's a content creator. The meme said, this is somebody talking to the Pisces. Somebody say to the Pisces, that's why your shoes is ugly or something like that. And then the Pisces response, that's why your mother never left you and your father didn't want to do that. And like, yeah, that's Pisces. Don't catch us on the wrong motherfucking day. We will hurt your heart. Thank you, Dreamy. Yeah, I am going to talk up the big girls because Rihanna will not be our representation. She's a fat, stink, sloppy bitch. It's too many cute big girls on here for that know how to dress with a tiny waist. You can be a big girl with a tiny waist. If you didn't think so, Uppity proved it. Uppity proved it. Did y'all see me trying to twerk? Yeah, but the B sector needs a lot of people to be the B sector. I get that. But a lot of people don't. So just because you let bitches half your age make you fold and bend, don't be mad at me because I can stand tall in it. I love myself enough for everybody. That's not a catchy saying. That's the truth. And I wish that for everybody. I wish everybody, you know how much crime would go down, hateration would go down, all these crimes of passion and hate, even real crimes. Do you know how much it would go down if people really love themselves enough for everybody and not be jealous and really? Because I don't like, to me, if I see somebody that has things that I would like to obtain, I'm gonna ask them how they got to it. If they don't want to tell me, I'll find my own way. But I'm never gonna hate on you. So that's why they can't never say Uppity be hating on them. They can't say Uppity be hating on the cash app. I get my own goddamn cash apps. I do. I don't care what you got. What's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. But I also won't be labeled with titles that don't apply to me. It don't apply to me. If you speaking down like autism is a negative thing, don't expect to see me in your chat. Don't expect to have a good conversation with me because you you may not be I don't make a differentiation. I don't make a difference. Like, no, if you think autism is a negative thing, bitch, I got two kids that's autistic. Two. So you talking about my kids too. But when you directly talk about my kids, you're gonna get a whole different energy. That's why I'm learning to speak in general, but I'm not helping these bitches no more. Like, and that's what they're mad about. Like, go fight your own battle. And that's why when these people kids get attacked, they upset because they don't get the same love and support as Nyla. Because Nyla mom stand up for all people kids, whether they autistic or not, whether I like you or not. I think I don't make fun of children who don't have good mothers in their life. I know how that feel. That's why I said Ness son deserves all the sympathy. And so the poverty kids, if she really got some, because she's clearly neglectful. You cannot say she's a good mother and call me a bad one. You're weird and hateful. And society, that's why they would never say these things outside of the B sector. That's why when other sectors come in here, these bitches get silent. And somebody sent me a screenshot of what Lipstick Alley was saying. Okay, first I want to say this, Lipstick Alley. I really don't know how to get to you guys. I really don't know. But people did send me screenshots in my DMs. So everything you guys, I want to address Lipstick Alley. I appreciate you guys. I used to be on there. Everything you guys are saying, trust me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But there's a protocol I must follow. So yeah, but trust me and believe, you guys are right. And I don't be reading you guys. So if me and Lipstick Alley are saying the same things, it's only because great minds think alike. Because when they sent me the screenshot, I couldn't understand why they said that. Because I don't know how to get there no more. I used to love being on Lipstick Alley, and not just for the B sector. And the reason why I really wanted whoever shadow banned me to take it off, because I be looking up other things on Lipstick Alley. When I want to find out about my DL celebrities and stuff like that, I like to go to Lipstick Alley. And while I can still look up certain threads, I can't comment or even see certain things because I'm not logged in. And certain threads, you have to be there for a while just to get in there. So that's the main reason why I want my other page to be unshadow banned, Lipstick Alley. So please, if Lipstick Alley, can y'all please have whoever that banned me from that old B sector, Sean Bradley? I think Sean Bradley was the headliner of that thread. I know they said that thread don't exist, and I don't think it does because I was trying to research it. That's how I was going to try to get back in, but I can't find it. And I only learned from people talking about it in the B sector that thread don't no longer exist. And usually when I talk about Lipstick Alley, people get ghost on me. They don't want to tell me how to get there or nothing. They ignore everything I ask on how to get there. The only time I really heard about the Hey Khalid, boo, yeah, it's different. Exactly. Just remember, thank you. She said that's why I side eye these so-called mothers in parentheses that pal around with those who drag kids but use she didn't say it to me excuse. Exactly, just read my book. See, that's why I'm happy I was raised by my grandmother. Older women will give you wisdom. Cause these same people that's chat patting around with these people that drag my kids or anybody else's kids, now when it comes to their kids, I feel like there's a jealousy in the air because their kid are not getting the same protection. And that's why I feel like people are trying to get the narrative out there that I sit with people that drag kids. I don't. I can't control what people do. Like when people are in dragging my kids, I still don't let them drag nobody else's, including that son. Act like I was just saying, I feel bad for people like that because I know what it feels like not to have a mother's love. I would never. I think that son has enough. Well, he may not realize it now because I believe that he's in a stable environment. I do believe that. I believe he's in a loving, stable environment. That's why I wish the women that is giving him that environment get more credit. You know what I'm saying? So, but when he get older, that is going to mess with him. Because when you a kid, you just want to see the best. And it's not a normal thing to have your mother not in your life on a regular basis. It's not normal. That affects people mentally. But autism is nothing to be ashamed of. But I side out all these autistic, and the only reason why I'm bringing up autistic kids is because a lot of these people that are dragging Nala, the autism read don't even hit. That's how they feel about kids with autism. It was no they can't drag Nala looks. They can't drag how she dressed. They can't drag nothing about Nala. The only thing they feel is a downfall of Nala is that she's autistic. How? And Nala's very verbal. And I'm not trying to shade nobody because autism has different spectrum. And I, like I told you guys, it's very, I know from my own experience, when my son had it, I didn't experience, I didn't experience like 80% of the things I'm experiencing with Nyla, I did not experience with my son. And I think a good part of that has to do with the fact that he had a sibling close in age and they feed off each other. So when Nala started going to school, because remember, it was very hard for me to get Nala in school. I fought very hard for that with no advocate. I was Nala's advocate. That's why y'all would never be able to call a motherfucking agency on me, bitch. And if you do, it has to be a dirty worker that take your word for anything. That's why all my cases was closed. That part. But anyway, I was Nala's only advocate. So that's how Nala got in school. But once Nala started going to school, her speech went up. And her and you know what? I'm going to do a separate live later, maybe later on today when everything get a little bit more settled. Just to give people, I only can do things from, but what I am going to do when I do the live later, because I didn't know so many people needed advocate. I didn't know so many people were giving their kids drugs because they're autistic. You don't have to do that. They do that when people advise you to take drugs with your children, unless your kids are violent, there should be no reason that people are recommending drugs to your autistic child. Autism cannot be controlled by drugs. The drug should only come into a factor is if your son is violent. Like shout out to Unknown Management. She the one that showed me Tyler. I didn't know about Tyler, but I knew about a little boy called JB. Tyler and JB are the same age, but they're on two different spectrums. Both of them have loving mothers that are doing what they dealing with the best that they can. You know what I'm saying? JB is more violent. He gets upset, and like I said, it's different thing. Tyler is more calm, cool, and collected. I don't know if Tyler mom give him drugs, but I don't believe she does. You know what I'm saying? But JB, based on his behavior, and it's nothing that the mom is doing wrong. She's the one I learned, and I use like I watch all spectrum. I watch mothers that deal with autism on different spectrum. So I know with JB, the kid that's violent, one thing she tried to do is call safe hands. Safe hands. Because he doesn't know better. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when to express himself, he will hit his mother. It's not like he's like violent, like he doesn't know how to vocalize things. His speech is getting better. He uses words, but he cannot use them in the stage that he needs to express himself. So can you imagine how frustrating it is if you're trying to give out a thought, or even still, like even Nyla. I could understand exactly what Nyla's problem is, But Nala still, like, for instance, the thing with gummies, Nala obsession with her gummies. So I don't particularly hit Nala unless it has to be absolutely necessary. Like she's endangering herself or something like that. Like the one and only time I hit my son was when he ran from me across the street. And thankfully no cars came. But it all happened so quick. So I hit him. And he never did it again because he's not used to that. He's not used to me reacting that way. And plus he was embarrassed because it was outside. And I spanked his butt right there. And then the project that I grew up in, because at that time I was living in Webster Houses in the Bronx. So everybody around started clapping because, but what they didn't understand is because my son, because people, I don't know if people think autism has a look. It doesn't. You cannot look at my kids, my son or my daughter, and say that they have autism. So people thought that I was just letting my son be disrespectful. No, it wasn't that. Certain things he don't know. So I have to explain it to him. And sometimes with kids with autism, you got to go a little bit more repetitive than most. But I, my goal is to make him understand, not make him fear me, not make him not express himself. You know what I'm saying? So what I do with Nala is Nala does not like for me to yell at her. Nala does not like me to talk to her in a certain way. She doesn't like it. But I have to do that because she has to learn. Because I know she understands certain things, but she still is a toddler and she's still gonna try you. Autistic kids are different from nobody else. The only difference is they're still going to have the same behaviors as any other toddler. The only difference is you being a parent and be able to assess what she understands and what she doesn't. See, Nala understands when I say you can't have no more. She just doesn't care. She wants to throw a tantrum. She wants to throw a tantrum because she thinks by throwing a tantrum, just like any other toddler, she's going to get her way. And that's when I have to let her know, no, you're not getting it. I said no. I said, you know what I'm saying? The only problem is, but her dad does make it so hard sometimes when he would go behind me and give her things. And that's not helping when she gets, like, I don't want her being entitled. You know what I'm saying? I want her to understand boundaries and the word no. And I want her to listen when I tell her something because it's only for her best convenience. Like, you're not about to sit here and eat all this gummy worm. Hey, Kim G, you're not about to do that when you're about to have dinner in a little while. So you're not about to do that. No. If I let her have it her way, she gonna eat chips and gummies all day and drink juice. No, that's not how it's gonna go. You're gonna eat your vegetables. You're gonna eat your vegetables, so your blood, your iron can be good. Whatever you need, your eyesight can be good. Or all the things you need to make your body is supposed to food off of good food. So I'm gonna make sure you getting your proper nutrition every day. Then after that, you can have a snack, but not before. Not before. Even though the snack style got her liking is, semi-healthy, but we're not doing that. You're not, some people have medical issues while their kids are obese. Nala doesn't have that issue. And I'm not going to let her get one because I don't want to control her. I don't want to put in the work that it takes to give her discipline. I'm going to put in the work and she's going to be disciplined. Just like her brother and sister. I don't use autism as an excuse for my kids, not because God forbid I die tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to be on the right path. Exactly. He gets frustrated because he can't verbally express himself. And that's something parents learn to work through and it's not easy. Exactly. You have to try different methods. That's why it's good to have a good relationship with the teachers. Like my daughter's teachers, they are very good. Well, they're very good with that. They're like, I send them videos all the time when I'm practicing things with Nyla. I even send them things to like do with the class. Like Nyla's into Play-Doh. I'm trying to get her into slime because it's more scientific thing she could do on her level. So I bought a science kit with slime and I donated it to the class and I gave them the receipt so that they can get the money back for it. I don't know if that's illegal or not. They don't know me. I ain't got no ID on this page. But yeah, I gave them the receipt so they could also do that, because even though Nala School is really good with fun, like they get good funds in. Because Nala has been in school, but I immediately took her out. They asked you to buy the copyright paper to send home. No, like they ask for everything. They're not getting no funding, so somebody's not on their job, or even if they are on their job, they putting money to the wrong things. Maybe they diverting money out, because there's no reason why. Because in New York City, it's called District 75. There's no reason why a school in the District 75 placement shouldn't have these school supplies. Why are you asking the parents to do it? You know? So clearly, that person in charge of that school. Now, I had the money and I gave it, but no, I'm not putting her in this setting, because y'all don't know how to get funding in for your children. She's already in the wrong place. Like I said, I work for non-profit corporate America, so I know how these things go. You're going to get funding, but you're not doing it right. So no, I'm not, something crooked, or somebody's not spending the money right. Either way, my daughter would not be in this situation. So the school that my daughter is in now, they are very good with stuff like that. So that's why I'm able to give things that I want to give to help advance. And I don't want just Nala to win. I want all her classmates to win. And like I said, with autism, they learn better with other children around them. I know that from personal experience. So I wasn't shading anybody's children for how verbal they are, but the people that they support do, and they weren't supporting them today. Who you think you hurting? You're not hurting me. You're proving my point. So the only thing I'm saying is, don't you ever get on the panel ever again in your motherfucking life trying to criticize me, when the people that drag children, or drag autistic kids, especially the things that concern your autism. My daughter is very verbal, because Nala has two parents. Now, is her father is supportive on a day-to-day basis? No. Financially, he's absolutely supportive. I would never qualify to get a check to take care of Nala based on her dad's income alone. Those things I don't qualify for. So we won't be doing that when it comes to government assistance. The government is very aware. And any child, to get any government assistance, like Nala dad, all my kids' dad name is on their birth certificate. Whether I report his income or not, they know about it. I don't have to report his income. They know about it. Just like my older daughter dad. I didn't report his income. His name was on it. But they see he wasn't making enough money like that. So my older daughter, even though she wasn't autistic, she had a speech impairment. Well, she couldn't pronounce S's and R's. Now she talks perfectly. She's on her way to being an attorney. You see what I'm saying? She could have even learned French, but because he's a narc, he said that he speaks what's the Haitian word? You know how Haitians, they don't speak French, they speak their own language. So he was saying that he spoke that, and they're like, no, that's like ghetto, that's like a ghetto ebonics of French. This is French. Like, anyway. But anyway, had he did not deny that, I couldn't do nothing about that part though, because I don't speak French. I was born in America, you know, I'm not Haitian. Hey, Miss Sparkle Jigs, how you doing? Lady Sparkle, hi boo. Thank you, Jessica. But exactly, and it starts with the parents. So what I did learn, while VS thought she was going to question people to drag me, no, you just proved my point. You know what I'm saying? You just proved my point. And she was mad about it, so she tried to turn it around and say like, I'm using autism. No, people are using autism as a drag. So VS, you could not like me, you could spin all these narratives because I hurt your feelings, but please know this: I've never seen autism as something bad. I've never seen it that way. I think all children are special, and I think kids with autism are equally beautiful, whether they verbal or not. Like I said, and I'll say again, just because they're not verbal doesn't mean they're not smart or talented. They often show it in other ways. And you are fortunate if you're, because I never had to deal with violence with my children. My son or my daughter, they're not violent. So that's the only way I can see somebody needing medication for their children. It has nothing to do with the autism. It has to do with the behaviors. And that's another thing. Like, that's why if your child is tend to get more violent, and it's not on purpose, like just me, my book said, it's because they can't express themselves, so they get frustrated. See, Nala get frustrated, she'll hit me. Or she'll throw something. Like Nala learned not to throw her own things. So guess what she does now? She throws my shit. I promise you, it's like we went from one problem to the next. But you know, this is my daughter. We gonna work through it, child. We gonna get through it. But Nala has been very progressive. It's all about working alongside with the people. And that's why I even shout out to some parents homeschool they autistic children. I tip my hat to them. Shit. I so look forward to Nala going to school. You don't even know. School just started and I can't wait for it to start again. Yeah, but she's a mess. She breaks up all my electronics. But I wanted her to learn. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if she's being sarcastic or what. She was like, okay, you don't want me breaking my stuff? Cool, I'll break your shit. And that's what she does. She don't break her shit no more. She breaks mine. I'm like, girl. Yeah, but I don't find, and that's the only thing I didn't like because that's why I think it's so offending when they say Jen Dumb. So Jay don't ain't no autistic children are never that neat ever. They like a long time. See, the only reason why Nala leaving me alone because her sister here, y'all already know how she do. She would be ignoring me all day. But right now, she's not even bothering her sister. Y'all hear her listening to her little cartoon. She keep taking her pull up off. So I'm guessing she want to be butt naked. So I'm gonna leave her alone. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't do it. Y'all heard my son. You know what I mean? And what people came back and said, so well spoken. Same thing is on the court papers, bitch. And they could not say I was my son's biggest advocate because my son was verbal. When my son, this uh, back in the early 2000s, I'm one of the parents that made change. So you have to be advocate in New York City. If they didn't do it in y'all, and that's another reason why I want to share this information because if they haven't done it in your state yet, don't let them do it. In New York City, they took the parents out of like those. Remember, we used to have a parent representative at every meeting. I'm talking about the big meetings where the funding, where we're discussing curriculum and stuff like that. Parents are no longer a guarantee. What they do is they they let us join meetings where they're gonna let us know like we're gonna be discussing this and we're gonna be discussing that, and they give parents an opportunity to voice their opinion. So when they have those meetings, they can speak on behalf of the parent. But before it used to be an actual parent there, like you had to vote on parents. You know what I'm saying? To do that. But now in New York City, that option was taken out. So the only thing we got left in New York City now is when they have upcoming meetings where they're discussing like curriculum and this and this and that and this and we're like what issues that how we can make it better, what do we need to improve on. If if you want to, you can go to those pre-meeting. I call it a pre-meeting. But when the actual meeting happened, parents are not allowed anymore. That's crazy. So I do want to give information because I didn't wasn't aware all these bitches that swear they so good and better need advocates to speak to them on their behalf. That was never my case. Exactly, Kimma G. Autism is not a drag. Nobody likes her, including herself. That's why she's so fat and sloppy nasty. Her and ODS. But my thing is this: if these bitches are so big and bad, because remember first Brianna tried to lie and say that I spoke on her godchild. When that lie went fly, Brianna sat here and said, "Well, people been treating her bad." So what the fuck? People been treating you bad because you fat, sloppy, and stink. It's not like people were lying on her. They said she was fat. They said she looked stink, and she came out here and said she couldn't fit in her shower. So what did people do? And what the fuck that got to do with Nyla? You see what I'm saying? Just like ODS lying. He wished death on my daughter. He said he wanted to grape my son because he think my son is slow. Child, my son would beat the fuck out of you. Fuck out of here. He's not Rico. My son is like six something. Solid weight. Needing to purchase 2 seats in the airplane is a definite. You're right. Oh, and I saw Dee Love live. Oh my God, I gotta share Dee Love when I get a chance, because y'all know I'm limited on my main page, but I want to share this live. Dee Love said that. She said, "Who's going to tell Brianna she's special needs?" And that's what I want to know. Who's going to tell her that? Because she's special needs. ODS is special needs. Like these irrelevant, irregular looking people cannot speak on Nyla or my son. And the fact that ODS think he could take advantage of my son like he took advantage of Rico on the side of the road is wild to me. My son is very strong, but my son is not a violent person. But if he thinks for 1 second my son would allow any man to take advantage of him, he will get his ass whipped. And that's light work compared to what his cousins and uncles gonna do to you. And they'll do the time with a smile on their face. That's how we feel about children. That's why it's embedded in me not to talk about children, because people could send this to people in my real life, and I would have to answer to that. Hold on. Okay, I'll take it off. She can't get her shoes off. She needs 3 seats. She probably do. Give me the other foot. You have to take the zipper down. Look now. See, it's a zipper. You can't just pull it out like that. Oh, you guys remember those shoes I bought her for Poconos we going on? She don't like it because it's in between the toes. I just learned that. She doesn't like shoes in between her toes. That was like almost too good to be true. See, Kim G on my line. She said that's what she was saying. She said she's tired of being picked on. Exactly. What does that have to do with your children? Exactly. It has nothing to do with my children. My children don't pick on nobody. I didn't raise those type of children. I didn't raise them. Anywhere my kids go, I have never got a complaint about my children being. I'm talking about oldest to youngest. Never got a complaint about my kids being bullied. Never. Shit, I used to be surprised when my older kids used to go to school and my teachers would be talking about, like, my kids, my older kids' teacher would be like, "Oh, they so helpful." When? They help clean up afterwards. When? Because they damn sure don't do that at home. The fuck? And they in 2 different schools. Being all nice. I'm like, and I got to sit there and run behind them to clean up their goddamn room every day. But they want to go to school and do that shit. Okay. Hey, Miss Regina. Yeah, children with autism are smart and intelligent. Facts. So I've always spoken up about that. But yeah, these people that want to sit in these chats and continue this. Elon Musk is autistic. Exactly. Look at the guy, what's his name? He's self-hating, but he's intelligent. What's this guy name? The one that be on YouTube Camera's panel. The one that beat up Cam, or was going to beat up Cam Newton. Duke Farrow. He's intelligent. You see how Talent tried to come up there and shade him? He caught that shit quick. Autism people are very into. Duke Farrow is colorist and self-hating, but he's not. I won't say he's not intelligent. He's intelligent and he's autistic. You know what I'm saying? Autistic people, like I said, I think people are speaking on autism and don't have any idea about it, and they don't understand the range. Autism has a wide range. You'd be amazed at the people that you don't qualify as autistic, but they really are. And your job as a parent is to foster that. And in the real world, and not every parent feels that way, but me, I'm an advocate. You know what I'm saying? I've always been an advocate. If my kids wasn't autistic, I would do that. But I don't want people going out in this world identifying autism with people being slow, dumb, and illiterate, whether they talk or not. Most of the people that can't talk that's autistic, they have high intelligence and other things. Like, it's kind of like, you know how they say with your body, if you lose one sensory, the other ones are in hiding. Like, somebody that's blind can smell anything from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that can't hear, they can feel things. Like, I don't know. It's like, I think that has to do with God. That's why I don't believe in Jesus, but I believe in God. So he gonna take care of his people. If you, for some reason, lose one thing, you're gonna be enhancing another. But YouTube relationship mean nothing to me when it comes to you trying to put out false narratives, because my son being 21 years old, that's his main problem. He doesn't like when people think because he's autistic, they start handling him a certain way. Hey, Miss Joyce, that's my son problem. And I'm listening to him because that's his perspective. He doesn't like when people when people know that he's autistic, they want to start like baby talking him and shit like that. He don't like shit like that. He doesn't like it. He wants to be treated just like anybody else. He respect you. With that being said, that doesn't mean be second people. Leave my son out your mouth. My son is not here because he doesn't like this type of energy. He doesn't like this type of crowd. Him being autistic ain't stop him from going in the world making friends. And if you look at my son page, he got a whole bunch of pages, mind you. But my son, he often does interviews with his friends from school, and they're from all spectrums. From the one you could look at them and tell, from the ones that you think that you probably, and some of them, you know how many thugs is on your block autistic? My son graduated with a couple of them out there terrorizing their block now because they ain't want to go to college. But yeah, it's so many levels to autism. But never be mad at me for speaking up as an advocate, because just because you as a mother don't care unless it's your child, I care. I care about the image being put out there about autistic people. I care about people dragging people's children, and I really care about the image put about autism. Don't do that. And if you as a mother can sit comfortably and people chat while they do that, that's your business. But that's why when your son is talked about, they don't go up for him like they go up for Nyla. That's the reason why. So as much as I don't care what kind of people you hanging with, they're not going to be able to spin a narrative. Because see, I don't care if you my friend or not. You're not going to drag no kids. Y'all already know how my panel go. You're not going to come in my chat or my panel calling black women all out their names while I sit here and make accommodations for a faggot. That ain't going to happen. I call gay men gay men. I call faggots faggots. I don't care if the man pretend he's straight. You acting like a faggot, you a faggot. But if you're a gay man, I don't necessarily say gay man because I don't divide you by your sexuality. What you got going on in the bedroom has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with your attitude. I think that's an excuse. You don't, just because you gay, that's not an excuse. Now people could do how they want to. It's straight men and gay men and bisexual men who hands are bisexual, who mouth is bisexual. So if you start with somebody, that's what my dad always taught me. Don't go back and forth with no man. If they start with you, you do what you got to do to get yourself out that situation. But you come get a man. Because 9 times out of 10, especially if you're not starting with them, they're not going to have that same energy. So I wasn't taught just because I have men that's going to go up for me, I could just go out here starting with men, any man, whether they gay or not. I don't start with no man. It doesn't matter what they do in the bed. They're still a man. I don't start with no woman because as a respect, as a mutual woman to woman. And I don't disrespect no kids because I don't want that type of karma coming back on mine. I believe what you put out is what you get back. And my kids get nothing but love and support. The only time I have to worry about people speaking negatively about my children is when I come to this sector. Any other place I go into the B sector, this doesn't happen. But like I said, it's not like Nala's not loved on. Nala is very loved on here. And that's why I said I'm so appreciative that people are being out and loud about it. Like me and Tracy, we didn't like each other. Tracy loved Nyla. Tracy says she loved me, but she really just loved Nyla. And I ain't mad at it. Tracy couldn't stand me my whole B sector existence. But once I started putting me and Nyla out there, what we do, Tracy would come up there, oh, poor baby. But Tracy never did. You could tell Tracy wanted to talk to Nyla. And I had to tell her one day on that chat, you know what, Tracy? It's okay if you like Nyla and you don't like me. And then that's how we got cool. Because some people in here can't stand me, but they love Nyla. And that's what people got to get through their head. Just because you don't like me and you so rotten on the inside, you going to let your dislike for me make you try to drag my daughter or come at my daughter. Not everybody feels that way. Or not, especially not no grown woman. And I don't know why people choose to do all that on here, knowing the social media backlash that could come from it. A lot of able-bodied bums talking about a kid who had no role in being born the way she was. It's disgusting. Exactly. Nala had no choice with autism. She didn't pick it. It picked her. But it's not a hindrance to her. That's what I want people to know. Autism is not necessarily a hindrance. It's all about you just have to navigate differently. It's a lot of like some people, food is a crush for them. Some people eat so much they come Brianna size. And that's not necessary. That's something you chose for yourself. So I'm gonna talk about it. But what I even talk about an adult, I mean, a child being obese. No, I'm gonna talk about their parent. I'm gonna talk about the fact that their parent didn't take the time or exercise the restraint that they needed to. Everybody loves their kid and want to give their kid whatever they want. Everybody want to just give their kid everything and just make everything go better. But at the end of the day, you cannot do that because just because you feel that way, we know this world is a nasty place, especially the black children. So we have to train our children in a certain way. We have to enforce certain things in our children. We have to do it. But some people just don't care. They just let their kids blow up to be balloons because they depressed. And maybe they thought it was going to be an Inca baby. I don't fucking know. Some people was calling Nala baby Inca, and Nala's not an Inca baby. I was with her dad for 4 years. He begged me to get pregnant. He had to really show me. That's why I said he was a narc for a lot of years because I wasn't gonna have any more children. I had a son and a daughter. I was good, but he didn't have any children, and I know he loves me, but like he has funny ways of showing it sometimes. But he really wanted a child, and not like he didn't have any options. He didn't trust a lot of women to have his kids. He didn't. He trusted me. Now that I knew I was going to be doing everything manual by myself, absolutely not. I didn't know that. So I ain't going to complain about it. Some women wish that some women only thing they feel like as long as they happy because the man the baby daddy come around school time or Halloween or any other holiday, take photo ops and put it on the internet. So and then that helps them say, "Oh yeah, I got a good father." I don't do that. I don't do that. I see way too many desperate women online, and I feel like a lot of it is mother and daddy trauma combined, or sometimes it's only daddy trauma. And a lot of women that stayed in their kids' life is because they had to, not because they wanted to, and they treated their kids badly. That's not my case. And I know it's important to have two parental figures. You don't need a dad just being there. You need a hands-on parent. You need both of your parents to be hands-on. And that's what I always sit here complain about because it's necessary. Yeah, I talk about the 1K a week, but I also talk about how much he's needed hands-on, how much money ain't everything. And the money is not that much in New York City. Like y'all love to point out, it's not a lot. Do y'all know how expensive it's so expensive to live here? It's crazy. And he doesn't give me extra money because he already know. But I feel like that stuff he using against me because I already admitted I have a shopping problem. But it's not like I'm in the casino. It's not like I'm spending my money on alcohol and weed only. I I take care of my business first. And I was in a lot of a lot of outside activities that cost me money because I can't go as fast as Nala can. So, but she still needs to get outside, get her activities on, need to run, play. So I pay for open plays. One particular place I pay because even though you pay, like they always overcharging with kids, you never get a discount. Yeah, some of these bums don't know the teacher's name, never been to PTA meeting, dance, recital, soccer game, cheerleading practice, summer camp, nothing. Mama on YouTube. That part, and that's not me. Yeah, she right. She said Albert Einstein. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like when people give out this image of autistic, like, because somebody autistic, they slow, they this, they that. Nala eyesight has nothing to do with autism. Nala eyesight had nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with it. But it was corrected. So how do you like? They just you're trying to drag a child because you don't like the parent, and you think autism is a drag. And any parent that's a child of autism, you cannot sit here and say, "Oh, it wasn't my child," or "I'm using autism." No, you bitches are doing anything because you want a YouTube check and popularity and relationship. My children always come first. I will never, ever. I don't give a fuck if it was Oprah Winfrey over here dragging kids with autism and going to give me $1 million because she ain't say nothing about not. Bitch, you keep that shit. My kids are priceless. The reputation is priceless. Anytime if I have the opportunity to get on a platform and speak truth, I'm gonna do that. Whether it's the popular thing to say or not, whether people like it or not. See, I'm not acting a certain way, I am that way. So guys, you never forget, watch these mothers on here that want to give all these things and watch the people they surround themselves with. Ain't nobody mad and using autism as an excuse. I'm mad because you will not drag people because they autistic. You never know who the fuck you're talking to, bitch. And you especially, I'm one of those mothers. I care. I don't care if you're talking about my kid or not. You will not be given that reputation because my son, who is 21, he has to deal with those repercussions because of ignorant people like y'all and dumbass bitches, the mother of children with autism that side along with that shit. Y'all look bad, not me. So y'all have been right to sat in it quietly when they was talking about me. But anybody that wants to get on a panel or anybody that wants to co-sign people and then try to put themselves as a certain way, no, bitch, I'm gonna correct you. If you don't like my correction, do better. Do better. Because I'm gonna call your ass out while you caping for these weird ass people who are disrespecting your children, not mine. My children are very verbal. I didn't need an advocate, y'all did. And there's nothing wrong with needing an advocate because you don't have the information. Not everybody was raised the way I was raised. So my grandmother is a big advocate of doing your own research. You don't trust nobody just word. You have to research shit. That's why I believe debate teams should be, instead of them making gyms mandated, I think debate teams should be mandated. Because a lot of these people, they can't understand when somebody hear truth. They want to make it like an insult because it doesn't fit into their logic or the things that they're doing to try to get a check. See, my kids are priceless. You ain't going to get, it's not a dollar amount you could give me to disrespect me or mine or their position. As a mother of a person with autism, if it was my kids or not, you will not sit up here and put out images and things in the world and have me in your chat saying anything but corrections of you. I'm not going to call you a good person or say I don't got a problem with you and then get mad because nobody wants to speak up for my child. So everybody that has autistic kids and people that have other kids that are not autistic, this is why your children don't get defended. Everybody don't go along to get along, and some people want that voice out there. So I appreciate all you guys, and please keep the support going for Nala, whether you like me or not. You don't have to like me. It don't cost you nothing but good karma to stand on the side of truth and call out these fake bitches. It's easy to play a role, but it's hard to stay in character. Chef kisses. Mwah. Yeah, I agree. It is. And like I said, I don't want to just talk about it, I'll be about it. Just like I told you, Nala always had good skin because of health remedies. I will come back, and before I come back and do this live, I just want to have, because I have the knowledge for only New York City. But when I come back and do a live for people, how to address online bullying and the sites you can go to, how to get free attorneys for your children, how to get advocacy to get skills needed, how to get early interventions. I'm gonna I'm gonna show you how to do all of that because some people know that they don't have the knowledge. That's why they need advocates to speak on their behalf. And some people, they just don't have the knowledge. And if they have the knowledge, they could become their own kids advocate. And for mothers with kids with autism who are really concerned about their children going to adults in the world and having to deal with things, the change would start with them. You wouldn't be sitting here uplifting and sharing and promoting people talking down on autistic kids because it wasn't yours. You don't get nowhere like that. And that's why you're scared about your kids going into the world. I don't have that fear. My son is flourishing. Chef kisses. Wow.